Yo, what's good, guys? Producer Mykah here, and today, guys, I'm gonna be talking about A Studios. So with A Studios, you could just turn MIDI into nice singing vocals. So I'm gonna be showing you how you can do that today. So without wasting time, guys, let's go. All right, guys. So today we are gonna be looking at A Studio. I did a video previously talking about A Studios. So today I'm also gonna show you, some possibilities you can actually achieve using A Studios. So quickly, let's just go right into our DAW. So I show you guys how you could use A Studios to create amazing vocals. So right in FL Studio, I'm already working on these beats, and I have a MIDI which I just created, and I'm gonna drag that MIDI into A Studios and let A Studios use that MIDI, to come up with, some ideas for me. All right, so let me just play the beat, then I play the MIDI. So this is what the beat sounds like. And I was able to come up with, a MIDI note, just playing around with some melodies. Yeah, so this is just what the MIDI sounds like. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna export this MIDI and just drag it into A Studio. So all I just need to do is come over here and export MIDI. Yep, so I'm just gonna export the beat, and we have our audio track and also the singer track. So I've imported the beat. The first thing I'm gonna do is set up the tempo, and this is our tempo bar here. So the tempo of the beat is 97. So I'm just gonna drag everything to 97 BPM. So let's hit play and hear what this sounds like. Nice. So the next thing I'm going to do is drag in the MIDI which I've exported. So I'm just going to go to my desktop and drag in that MIDI. Yeah, so I'm just going to drag in the MIDI and put it on the first track over there. And it has imported the MIDI. It has added some lyrics to it, just some random lyrics, but I'm going to add in my own lyrics. So let's hear what that sounds like. Nice, this is amazing. So what is just left is just to type in the lyrics, and let's hear what is gonna sound. But from just only having this sounds amazing. All right, so we can go in and adjust the note to our taste. And but first off, let me just write in the lyrics. So I can just add something like, let's say, fine. Then let's say girl. Okay, no, this is make we go dance. So let's see this. So you could play around, put in whatever lyrics you want, and it's just gonna sing it for you. So let's listen. Fine girl, make we go dance. Fine girl, make we go dance. Then I'm gonna go to no waste time. Let's say no waste time. Just gonna drag it into the next note. So yeah, I've basically just put the lyrics for everything, and let's hear what that sounds like. I'm sure it's gonna sound really amazing. That's why I love A Studios, because just typing in the lyrics and you have tons of singer ready to just sing that lyrics for you. So let's listen. Fine girl, make we go dance. No waste time, make we go dance. Go down, go down, go down. Almost nice. So I'm just gonna go in and make some adjustments so it really fits what we're going for. So I'm just going to come over to the pen tool. Let's just extend some of these notes. Let's see, let's just extend this a little bit, and let's extend this also. Okay, so let's listen to what this sounds like. Fine girl, make we go dance. Fine girl, make we go dance. No waste time, make we go dance. Go down. Yes, I think I need this. I prefer this go. So I'm gonna use this go. So I'm just gonna delete this. So you can just select this, hit your backspace, and I'm just gonna drag this particular note. Let's drag this. Yeah, so we have, because it's basically the same thing. So delete this down here and let's use this. I think this is gonna be better. So yeah, nice. So I think I like everything. So I'm just gonna duplicate this so we have 2 of it. And let's see what it sounds like. Fine girl, make we go dance. No waste time, make we go dance. Go down, go down, go down. Almost you wine. Fine girl, make we go dance. No way. We've created, a nice vocal sample we can actually use, for our beats. So they have tons of singers, like I said in the previous videos, we could actually just pick from their tons of singers. So I could decide to use, let's drag this singer, and I'm just gonna drag it over, the singer track, and it's just gonna replace that singer. And all I just need to do is hit play, and let's see what that's. Fine girl, make we go this. No waste time, make we go this. Go down, go down, go down. Almost you wine. Fine girl, make we go this. No waste time. We can actually draw in our own notes. So let's say, and I think it's let's go with something like that, and hear what it's gonna sound like. No waste time, no waste time, no waste time, no waste time, so I can bring, I think the energy for the time is a bit much, so we could actually bring down the tension. No waste time, yeah, that's better. So you see that you can just create some nice singing vocal with A Studios, and I can then drag in this vocal back into FL Studio and layer it with the beat I'm working on. So let's just listen and hear what it sounds like. Fine girl, maybe go this. No waste time, maybe go this. Go down. And we can add in some reverb, have some effects. We could add in more reverb if you want to. So let's go over, like, add some reverb. Fine girl, maybe go this. No waste time, maybe go this. Go down, go down, go down. Almost you wine. Fine girl, maybe go this. No waste time, maybe go this. Go down, go down, go down. And they have like the choir effect where you could just like layer in tons of singers. So you can turn it into choir mode and select a couple of singers, to sing this particular lyrics for us. So I'm just gonna drag in some vocals, and let's hear what that's gonna sound like. So we can place them closer to the mic, wherever I want to place them, We can add in some gain, just play around the gain just to blend everything. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna export this vocal, drag it into my FL Studio session, and we see how we can continue working from there. So so let's just go to export and export selected track, export without vocal effect. So I want to take out the reverb. I'm just gonna export it. Let me save it to my desktop. All right, so quickly I'm just gonna open back FL Studio. I'm just gonna drag in the vocals, and let's just hear what it's gonna sound like. So so this is the vocal itself, and this is it. Fine girl, maybe go dance. No waste time. Fine girl, maybe go dance. No waste time, maybe go dance. Go down, go down, go down. Almost you wine. Yep, man, guys. So this is the power of A Studios. I really love you guys to go check out A Studios for yourself. You could actually just drag in the MIDI, or you could have actually impute the MIDI yourself. I've done a previous video where I show you guys how you could just draw in the notes when using A Studios. So you definitely want to go check out A Studios. The link to check it out is gonna be in the description of this video, and I hope you got something from this video. If you did, man, let me know in the comment section, and I'll really be looking out for your comment. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.